Hey guys, how you doing? Haven't made a video in a few weeks. I don't know, it's frustrating, when you heard that people are taking your videos and selling them and changing your words. It's like, well, what's the point, you know? But there's two things I wanted to talk about today. One was some news I got the last couple weeks, this week. Um, see, back in around 2014, people that I didn't know started coming and telling me things about how I was getting robbed and needed to talk to a lawyer and things that didn't make any sense. And I didn't pay him any mind until, my grandma asked me the same thing. She said, Brian, where'd all that money you had go to? Why are you here? I told her, Grandma, I never had any money. What do you mean? I remember watching the color drain from her face and a very, very frightened look got on her, you know, face. And, she stopped, that conversation, and it wasn't 15 minutes before she left, and I never saw her again. I heard that she killed herself because they stole that from me, but they were doing that from me. Because I was the last of that family when the cops went in and started doing that, with that family in the late 60s, and everything was supposed to be saved for me, and instead it's, I guess, now going to some con men and the kids of cops or something like that. Basically, she killed herself because she gave her word that I would, you know, get what the family gave me, and instead it went to these, trash criminals. I guess it's in the form of an LLC now, something like that. Second thing I wanted to talk about is some stuff I saw in the news about how migrants that are, end up in like, after waiting at the border, they'll send them to New York or Chicago or Baltimore, basically kind of rough cities. And from what I'm hearing is that the migrants are saying, "Hey, we want to go home." They're saying the cartels are one thing, but you got cops over here who enforce this martial law type quarantine, and then you got the citizens over here who who obviously don't want us here. And that's the news report. And I'm thinking about it, thinking about it, thinking about it, and like I've lived in Montgomery County most of my life, and every year there's been some kind of dinner or, help for, the poor people here. There's either a Thanksgiving dinner or they give out gift cards or something like that. And this year there wasn't any kind of Thanksgiving anything. But what I remember the looks from the people in the bus and, at the bus stop or the station looking across the street at like an empty parking lot where there were trucks set up giving free food to what looked like all migrants. And it looked like you needed something to get in there to get this free food. So it's like now it's like, okay, you want to come into America, but now you're taking the poor people stuff, and the poor people are seeing you take their stuff. The impoverished people of Montgomery County, a bunch of them got to see non-Americans stealing their Thanksgiving dinner. And it's like that would be, would that create some kind of a civil war where, the police and the guards let in migrants and that are going to go to war with the citizens? And who would the guards and the first responders protect? Would they be protecting the migrants or would they be protecting the American citizens? And if they weren't protecting the citizens and were protecting the migrants, I mean, doesn't that set like a precedent, like saying, "Oh wow, now you figured it out. America has been invaded, and now all of your stuff is theirs." It's a complicated situation. Can't believe the cops still won't hear. My grandmother killed herself because of what you people stole. Bible and prayer bring peace. Peace to deal with what you're going through. I don't know. Love most of you. Have a good day.